welcome to Redirect Yourself. My name is Donna San Salvador, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If it's your first time, I'm so glad that you found us. Welcome. This is a place where I try to give you information and tips and tools that you can implement fairly quickly into your life and hopefully feel better or have more skills to deal with situations that maybe have been bringing you some trouble. I do have a license to practice therapy. I am also a nationally certified counselor, and I have been in practice for 10 years. So let's get started on dating. Yes, it's a big deal these days because it's online. And that is not the way that it used to be, right? And that can create its own sorts of issues when it comes to dating, beyond what we usually would have to deal with. So, one thing I like to point out to people who are single and dating and using apps is that you have to remember men and women are different. So, if you're dealing with a same sex relationship, this particular issue may not apply as much as when it comes to heterosexual relationships with men and women. The reason for this is conditioning. It has nothing to really do with gender, it has to do with conditioning. So, with that being said, conditioning has to do with the way that we were raised and the way that we were taught that thoughts and feelings work. So, if you don't know how that works, please feel free to go through the videos and look at videos that I have done previously. One of them is a hula hoop video that talks about an internal locus of control. That would be helpful as well. Also, recognizing thoughts and feelings and the relationship of those. Because often we are conditioned not to feel or to not believe that our feelings are valid or to trust what we feel. And sometimes that is warranted. However, if we don't know that our thoughts produce our feelings, then clearly that can create havoc in our life. So, what does that have to do with dating and dating apps? Well, here's the thing. The way that women fall in love or feel intimately close to someone is typically through the mind, through conversation, emotions, talking about feelings, talking about whether they're positive or negative, it doesn't really matter. Women really do feel bonded and attached through communication. We really do not require, at least to get to know someone and to actually feel connected and attached to them, to actually have their physical presence. So, for us, it can feel very real talking to someone through an app or email or texting, right? Even phone calls without having met them, which is often the case where through online dating, we engage in lots of back and forth conversation through one of these methods. And how is that different for men? Men tend to become attracted to people and feel intimate feelings and thoughts through their eyes. Meaning, a man will not really allow himself to be attached to someone or bonded to someone until there has been a physical meeting. This may not even be a conscious thing on his part, but a man needs that physical eyesight, the senses, in order to actually bond. So, can you see then that if two people spend a bunch of time back and forth in conversation, whether it is on the phone or messaging through various methods, that the woman is at a disadvantage? Because she can fall in love, feel bonded, feel attached, feel as if there is an actual relationship happening without really having confirmed anything that has been told to her or anything that has been, felt by her. So, in other words, because feelings come from thoughts, yeah, we as women will take another person's conversation and think about it and fall for it, whether it's true or not. And unfortunately, men reserve that attachment for meeting and actually seeing the person. So, can, by the time two people meet, sometimes the woman is far more attached and invested than the man. So that starts the whole thing off with a power differential. And sadly, from what I see and hear, and also have experienced myself, I've had to erect boundaries around how much time I will invest in messaging or conversing with a person who I haven't met in real life yet. To me, they're still a stranger. Because if you don't know this, look at my video called Not Everyone is Nice. Yeah? Some people will tell us what we want to hear. Some people will mislead us. And maybe they don't even know that they're misleading us. So it's not to say that everyone has nefarious intentions, but sometimes a man thinks he's attracted. A man thinks he'll want to go on trips. A man thinks he wants to go do these different events and things before he meets you. But if he then meets you and somehow there is not that connection in the physical sense, whether he doesn't think that you are the figure or the type or the hairstyle or whatever it is that he expected, sometimes, right, the attraction is lost on their part. That doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them wrong. It makes them different. So we all, as human beings, need to engage in this new form of dating that is pretty much online with a really smart mind and boundaries around us, that we don't invest too much and get too attached until we really know someone. See my next video on dating and getting to know someone and levels of progression in a relationship. And in the meantime, I hope that this video helps you do something a little bit different or feel a little bit better about the way you're doing things so that we can all be a little bit happier. I am so glad that you found us today. Please, if you like this video and you thought it was informative, click the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you know someone who could use the information, feel free to share the video. And I do hope that you'll also visit my Instagram, which is @RedirectionGuru. I will look forward to seeing comments from you. If you have suggestions on videos you'd like me to cover, please do write me a suggestion in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful day.